Hello, my name is Beverly Reynolds. I'm a Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and today I'd like to talk with you about first aid. I've taken several first aid classes. This is not like any of them because this is business first aid. This video will help you help others. So, what do you do in first aid? There's 5 steps according to the Red Cross. The first one is assess the situation. You need a realistic understanding of what's going on in your downline's life and in their business. That means you need to get in your back office and you need to click view team and you need to really look around and see what's going on. You need to assess their recruiting, their retention, and their silver development. What do those numbers look like? Now that you have a more realistic understanding of their business, you need to think about what's going on in their lives. Did they just have a new baby? Have they had a death recently? These are very serious things in their lives that we need to be in touch with because they matter. We work this business around life. We don't do life around our business. This is also where in first aid you would make sure that the environment was safe. You do not walk over to someone laying in the middle of the road in a puddle if there's a down power line because you can't help someone if you get electrocuted. If the situation doesn't look safe for you from a personal standpoint, a good example would be if you're dealing with a very close family member. That can get tricky, right? That means it's not safe. You need to involve your upline and you need to private message them and say, I need help in this situation because of these things. Your upline can help you if you give them the information they need to help you. The second step in first aid is to obtain consent. My grandma always used to say, I'm an EMT, can I help you? She would say that about everything. She would say that if you dropped something or if you were having a hard time tying your shoe, I'm an EMT, can I help you? You need to ask them, do you want to make some changes? How can I help you? What are your goals? When are the timelines for these goals? Can I give you some suggestions on how to reach those goals? People are not going to take kindly to you bossing them around. If you ask them if you can make suggestions, you are asking for consent to coach them. If they're unresponsive, what does this look like? It means they're not answering their phone. They're not answering their messages, right? If they're unresponsive in a first aid situation, you would shake their shoulder gently and you would say, excuse me, are you okay? My favorite way to do this in a business setting is to send a GIF or GIF, however you would like to pronounce it. The one where the guy is sneaking up over the fence and looking around. It's a good way to break the ice and remind them that you're in this for them personally, not just for business reasons. We want to help them as a human being. We aren't in this just to make money. Right? So a GIF or a GIF, however you want to say it, is always a nice way to, if they're unresponsive. The other thing that can work is just a nice handwritten note in the good old fashioned mail, right? Something to remind them that you're friends first because you are their friend. You're not just their plexus person, right? Okay. Now, if they're breathing, and unresponsive. So they're still kind of doing something. You got an idea, but they haven't answered you yet. And this is beyond just they're busy, right? It's been a week since you messaged. Normally in first aid, you would flip the person over onto their side into a recovery position so that they don't aspirate, right? In this situation, you could send a video, check in more often with them, and frequently invite them to book club and team calls, right? And just be their friend. Ask about their kids. Recovery position in this situation oftentimes looks like relationship building. You can't fake this. It doesn't work that way. You have to be a friend to make a friend. How do you like people to be your friend? Do that. Okay? Now, the 5th step in first aid in this situation would be CPR. I have bad news. You cannot raise the dead. CPR doesn't work on other people in this business. If you're watching this and you feel like you need CPR in your business, the good news is you can perform CPR on yourself. So, if you need CPR in your business or I suppose you could send this information to someone who needed CPR, right? That might work. You do the ABCD, right? Airway, breathing, compressions, and defibrillator. Airway, if you need CPR in your business, your airway is going to be team calls. You have to make sure that your mind is clear and you know what to focus on in order to revive a business that seems to be waning. Breathing would be book club. Book club helps with mindset in so many ways. It helps with personal growth, right? So it's like taking a big, deep, calming breath of fresh air. And that's what everybody needs when they need CPR in their business. Compressions, right? Staying alive, right? IPA chat. This is a more consistent way. It's not just once a week, it's every day, and it's accountability just like you need. Your defibrillator in your business is going to be to call and or message your upline and ask for daily accountability. Tell them, I'm ready to make some changes and I need more accountability so I can get into some good habits. Can you check in with me daily to make sure that I'm doing what I need to do? I can guarantee you if you send that message, they're going to say yes and that they're going to do what you ask. Because all they are wanting is for you to reach your goals and for you to get what you want out of this. Remember, communication is the key to all of this. And it's always better to be consistent and not need first aid or CPR. But if you need it, we can help you and all you have to do is ask for it. I hope this helps and I hope you have a great day.